say, the more you learn, the more you earn, because that is a fact. Good morning, Okima. Good morning, Tiffany. Good morning, Kieran. Good morning, Sir Christopher. Good morning, Quentin. Good morning, Dero. Good morning, Joanne, Tamara, and Triconi, Yvonne, Simone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing this morning? We're in a new month. I am so honored to be the first person you hear from in this new month of May. And I think my message is so relevant for this new month. And so today I'm going to bring to you a message about resetting, because I know that every entrepreneur in all lines of business has a period of resetting their business. And for some, it comes more frequently. For some, it's a deep cleaning type of reset. And I want you to know that it's okay to start over. Let's talk about what resetting is. Reset is to set again or differently. And if you've been an entrepreneur and you've been doing something and you've been doing it the same way for 6 months, a year, and you have not reached a new level, it's time for you to reset. If you've been doing what you're doing for 3 months and you have not reached a new level, it's time to reset. Now, what I mean by reset, that does not mean to start something new. It says start again or differently. And so when I say reset in this conversation, I'm saying reset the way you're going about it. Reset the way you see it. Reset the way you think about it, the way you're operating in it. And I believe that is critical because, with us coming into the ending part of this 90-day challenge, some people may have to reset. Let me tell you how you know if you have to reset. You have to reset your methods. If you are not getting sales every week, you have to reset your method. If you have business partners that don't get on any calls, you have to reset your method if you don't have any business partners at all. Resetting is the same. You could be rebranding. You could be creating a different brand or starting your brand over. Isaiah 43:18 says, Do not call to mind the former things or consider things of the past. And so with that being said, when you look at what has gotten you to this, it's easy to feel fearful and afraid to reset. It's so normal. Kieran, I can hear your phone. It's so normal to think, oh, that didn't work for me, or, how can anything else work if nothing is working so far? But when you reset and you do it differently, then you're able to reconstruct and do things with a different operation so that you can get different results. And so what is it that you're doing in your business? Type it in the chat. What's something that you're doing in your business that you feel is not working for you? Let's talk about that. Write it in the chat. What is something that is not working for you? Because could it be posting on social media the way that you've been posting is not working for you? Could it be waiting for someone to call your phone and say, hey, I'm ready to join you? It's not working for you. Because I always hear people say things like, what's for me is for me. But you got to put yourself in position to get what's for you. And let me tell you what I mean by that. I was sending messages. I put in the group chat, one of the many group chats I'm in. I put in there the other day this whole script, and I said, I'm using this today. Y'all use it with me. And through me using that, I've gotten at least that day 5 people to watch a YouTube video. Through me doing those messages and being intentional, putting myself in a position to find more like-minded people who fits into my target audience, I ended up connecting with someone who is a doctor, psychologist who has weight goals, but I connected with her about some vending event that she's about to do. That's a wellness event. Through me deciding to reset and relaunch my business. So if you just stay where you are and you're thinking like, okay, I didn't make any sales last month, I didn't get any business partners last month, what's going to be different this month? You won't move forward. But if you decide to reset in your mind and allow God to do his part, because you have the renewing of your mind to say, I'm going to pursue it, I'm going to do the work that is suggested, and I'm not going to have any prejudices about what happened in the past. I'm just going to do it. Because guess how much, I bet you 90% of the people in that chat did not use that script yet that I put in there. And I say that because I know that most people are looking at it to say, whenever I message people, they don't respond. Whenever I message people, they don't give me the feedback I want. Let me tell you something. Persist until something happens. Okay? PUSH. Persist until something happens. And so in this moment of being able to reset on the 1st of this month, I want you to go at it with that in mind. Push until something happens. From that conversation, not only did I book 3 vending events, I'm going to join one of her meetings where she has like this business women's professional meeting every month, and I'm going to go sit in and see if I want to be a part of it because they all support each other. And then not only that, but at the end of the conversation, just from hearing me talk about what we offer, she bought a combo. And so that was because I chose not to say, it didn't happen for me the last time, so I'm not going to do it again. You never know when that next conversation is going to happen, but that next conversation cannot happen unless you make it happen. Action may not always bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action. Can somebody type that in the chat? Action may not always bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action. So if you're sitting in a place of, I need to grow, I need to meet more people, I need to get more business partners, I need more customers, what can you do about it? What can you do? What can you reset as of today? Can you reset your routine? Routine gets you started, habit keeps you going. Can you reset your routine? Maybe wake up an hour earlier. Maybe in your lunch hour, instead of eating a full unhealthy lunch, you eat a healthy lunch and work for the other 30 minutes on your business. What can you reset in your life to create your mind and your body to be in alignment with where you see yourself going? That is what resetting and doing things differently is all about. We're in a new month. Let's say in this month, all 17, because it's 18 of us, let's say all 17 on here makes a commitment to reset in business. And what if each of you hits 2-3 ranks this month because of your decision not to look at the past, but to look at what needs to be done right now? Do you need to get binary qualified? If you need to get binary qualified, create your story with the products and sell your story. Sell your vision on what you plan to do through Vida Divina. Sell your vision on what can be done. So when you are talking to people about joining you in business, you got to remember that you can't just go at them and say, hey, I have a great business, you should join me. That's like going on a date and somebody saying, I think you're a great person, you should marry me. It's intimidating. It's like, whoa, I don't know much about you. So if that's your method, reset your method today. And make sure that you are selling people products so that you can follow up with them and say, hey, we have a call. Come learn more about us. Hence the date. Can we go on another date? 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 Because he's building up to, can I marry you? Right? And so if you look at your business that way, inviting them to a call, inviting them to a sample party, inviting them to the health seminar that's every Sunday. That is so many different exposures that if you invite them to these 3 exposures and then ask them if they want to be a part of it, they're more likely to say yes and they're more likely to stick around. So if that's how you need to reset so you can get more business partners, that means that you can close this month with 10 new business partners if you start today with reaching out to the 10 customers you had last month and start following through with that, with those 10 people. And imagine if you did this every month and you got 10 new business partners every month. Let's reset our way of looking at what we're doing. I know that a lot of people need money right now, right? And so you're like, I need $2,000 right now this month. I get it. But if you look at the long term of what's happening, number one, if you need $2,000 this month, reset how you're operating in your sales and break it down. What do you need to sell to make $2,000 in a month? That means you need to sell 500 a week. That means how much do you need to sell each day? I don't know about you, but I'm open 7 days a week. Maybe you only want to be open 5 days a week. That means you need to do $100 a day, 5 days a week. What can you sell to do $100 a day, 5 days a week? There are stores like the beauty supply store. They don't get the privilege of having roll-ups and binary pay to pay their bills. They have to think about your local beauty supply store. They have to sell product to keep their lights on and pay their employees. Think about your local pharmacy. They have to sell product to keep their lights on and get their employees. So if you look at your business, reset in your mind anything that's happened in the past and look at your business and say, how can I sell to keep my lights on? Your focus, you will grow. So imagine you doing your 500 every single week. Now you potentially have 10 to 20 or more new customers every single week for you to give the 3 exposures to then recruit. I want y'all to think about this and write it down and operate in this for this whole month. Because out of the 19 participants on here, aside myself, I would love to see that we have 19 new ranks coming out at the end of this month because you all have reset your way of thinking, your way of operating in this business. Now, the beauty about what we have is the fact that over time, in the long run, you can build an organization and get binary pay to where you don't have to sell as much if you don't want to. You can then become a professional entrepreneur, trainer, coach, right? Let's say 5-10 years from now. But guess what? You know, that is the long run. The long run, and it may not even be 5 to 10 years. Let me say that. It could be 6 months. I've seen someone hit diamond in 6 months. When you reset the way that you see yourself and where you're going with this business, the possibilities are limitless. And so when you look at the work that you're doing now, you would be doing work no matter if you were in network marketing or if you got you a part-time job. It's physical work, no matter how you look at it. If you had to go clock in on to do something for 4 to 6 hours if it's part-time. So imagine if you employ that same energy into your business to make sure that you hit the bottom line every day, just like you would hit the bottom line if you were working as a cashier or working as a clerk or working as a salesperson for some whatever. You would still have to hit the bottom line. So hit the bottom line for yourself, for your future, for your family, for the sake of being able to have residual income in the future. What is your bottom line? Maybe your bottom line is $200 a week. Maybe your bottom line is $1,000 a week. When you have a bottom line of over $500 a week, that means you should be doing vending events, flea markets, pop-up shops, home parties. Reset how you see yourself doing this business. Imagine if you made health and wellness trending and fun in your community, and you had a party every Friday where you do games around health and wellness. You let them sample the tea and the orange genius and the atom right there on the spot, because those are things that will hit their system right away. Imagine that you do that. But guess what? You won't see the vision for yourself if you're thinking with the old thoughts that you had from last month. Resetting, every business owner and entrepreneur resets their business. Never feel shame for feeling like you have to reset. Never feel shame for feeling like you have to start over. Because guess what? The only way to fail is to quit. And those people who allow themselves to sit in the shame of having to reset eventually quit and then live a life less than what they deserve because they settle for something that's easier. But really, is it easier? Is it easier when you have to leave your children and go somewhere you really don't want to be and make money that's just enough to pay you just to eat? Is that really easier? So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Reset your business, reset your mind. Don't be afraid to start over, because a lot of times when you start over, it allows you to see things differently, see things with a bigger vision, and go after them with a clearer mind and a clearer perspective. Do anybody have anything they want to ask or add to the call today? Do anybody have anything they want to ask or add? Thank you, Tiffany. Let's see what the chat has been saying. I'm going to read the chat. Tiffany says, reset on the same page, looking at the vision. I see future me doing, then start coming into alignment with the example. Future me is busy and working, not constantly taking breaks. May, getting busy with scheduled breaks. Yes. Let me tell you, remember what I said, y'all write it down. Routine gets you started, habit keeps you going. So, if whatever you've been doing up until this moment, how you ended your month last month, that's due to your routine. That's due to the habits that are caused by your routine. So if you want to reset, sit down today and write down your schedule. And in your schedule, if you have health and weight goals, include what you're going to eat. Plan out your meals. Plan out your launch calls. Plan out who you're going to reach out to. Who's in your organization that you're going to reach back and say, can I help you? That you're going to reach back and say, is there anything that you need from me today? Who is somebody that has already used the products before? Write your whole schedule out when we get off this call and do it every morning, because that's how you begin to reset and create new habits. If you just go about it and say, oh, what happens in the day just happens, let's just see what happens, you'll keep walking in circles, not going anywhere in no specific direction. You have to have a solid strategy that you implement so that you can make progress. See, whenever I have a solid strategy, being, my schedule is tight. I wake up, I do this call, I go to the gym, I know what I'm going to eat. I know, y'all going to watch, because I'm about to lose some weight this month, and y'all going to see that I've reset my mind, and I made it happen. That's all I'm going to say. Because today is my day one of me resetting so I can relaunch, for real. Because I know the thing that's holding me back personally from going to that weight can hold you down. And I said it before, I think, was it last call? Oh, no, it was Albert's call. When I said that people look at you differently when you start to look differently. And not because you just look better, as what they say, aesthetically pleasing, but because you look consistent, you look disciplined, you look like somebody who's dependable, you look like somebody who says what they're going to do and do what they say. When you look healthy, when you are in shape, when your skin is clear, when your face is smiling, when your energy is high, when your mind is focused, you look like somebody people should want to work with. So that's why I'm telling y'all what I know about resetting and doing things different and having a strategy. Routine gets you started. Habit keeps you going. Let me see some diamonds come out of this. I know it's possible. All right, no one has anything they want to add? Also today, I hope it was helpful. And I hope you got what you needed out of it this morning. And I look forward to seeing you all on the training call tonight. And have a very productive and fruitful day intentionally by being strategic and intentional about how you go about it. Bye. This call is officially over.